In this video, we will go over the installation and operation of the Foundry. The Foundry will come with the boiler, mash basket, chiller with hoses, valve assembly with dip tube, and basket support ring. Install your valve through the outside and close with a Teflon washer and nut on the inside.
Tighten the valve firmly while still allowing it to rotate.
Attach the dip tube onto the threads of the valve. Install the basket support ring firmly into the top of the Foundry. The Foundry comes standard in 120 volt operation, but has a dual voltage feature. Follow the wiring guide in the Foundry manual for further instructions. Ensure the switch is set to the proper voltage before use. Fill the Foundry with water. There is a convenient chart in the Foundry manual to help determine the appropriate strike water temperature and water volume.
To change the power percentage, press the power percentage button, then press plus or minus to increase or decrease the power. Set the controller to your corresponding strike water temperature by pressing the plus or minus on the display. The set temp will flash and allow you to increase or decrease the temperature. To quickly go from 0% to 100%, simply press the minus button. Similarly, to go from 39 degrees Fahrenheit to 212 Fahrenheit, simply press the minus button. The Foundry also comes equipped with a delay timer. To set the delay timer for the Foundry, first fill the unit with water to the desired level. Set the temperature and power of the Foundry. Press and hold the power percentage button for 3 seconds, and 1 hour will appear. Release the button and use the plus or minus to increase or decrease the time value.
If water treatment is required, there is an easy-to-follow guide also located in the Foundry manual. Slowly lower the mash basket. After the strike temperature has stabilized, reset the controller to the mash temperature. Dough in by gently pouring grain into the Foundry mash basket while stirring to prevent dough balls. The grain will decrease the temperature of the strike water to the desired mash temperature. Place the lid on the Foundry and secure with clamps. If using the optional recirculation pump kit, install the perforated disc into the top of the mash basket. Connect the silicone hose to the return tube with clamps and install through the hole in the lid. Connect the other hose to the pump inlet and Foundry valve. Use clamps on all connections. Install the flow clamp to the outlet side of the pump. Allow the mash to rest for 10 minutes before recirculating. This allows the grain bed to settle and helps prevent a stuck mash. Open the valve to prime the pump and turn on the pump. Adjust the flow using the flow clamp. Do not attempt to pump wort at full speed or a stuck mash condition may occur. Rake the top 1/3 of the mash every 15 minutes if using the recirculation pump kit. Once your mash is complete, shut off the pump and disconnect the recirculation kit. Carefully lift the mash basket to rest on the basket support ring. Gently add the recommended sparge water amount found in the manual to the mash basket. Remove the mash basket from the Foundry when the drips have significantly decreased. Boil for 60 minutes or as directed by the recipe being followed. Add hops or other ingredients as required. After the boil, everything in contact with the wort must be sanitized to prevent contamination. Assemble the immersion chiller with the included hose and fittings. Install the liquid input hose here and the liquid output hose here. Sanitize the immersion chiller by submerging it into the boiling wort for at least 10 to 15 minutes from the end of your boil. Turn the Foundry off and run cold tap water through the immersion chiller until the wort has reached the pitching temperature determined by the yeast. Stirring with a sanitized spoon will speed up the cooling process significantly. Remove the immersion chiller and stir the wort to cause a whirlpool with a sanitized spoon. Place the lid on the Foundry and wait 15 minutes for the hops and trub to settle at the bottom. Sanitize your hose and transfer into a sanitized fermenter with a rotating racking arm to leave behind trub and hops. Alternatively, you can sanitize the pump and transfer into a sanitized fermenter. Clean the Foundry with a mild unscented detergent. Keep the inside of the Foundry thoroughly clean and bright with Barkeeper's Friend, with special attention given to the inside bottom. Thanks for watching, and for more information, visit anvilbrewing.com.